What does being a Maverick mean to me? I think it means, I have to think about this because there's so many words rushing through my head.
I do like how Mavericks, it stands for different and unique and kind of standing out.
For me, it was kind of taking an unconventional route and really taking advantage of what I want from my college experience and being able to go get it.
Freshmen need to see that face of a strong individual, like a leader that's a Mav.
Being a Maverick means helping one another. I think it means being inclusive.
Being a Maverick is just being a part of the community.
I think of my Hispanic community, I think of the queer community, I think of standing out, but also standing out together, if that makes sense.
We must ensure every student has an extraordinary experience and enjoys a true sense of belonging here.
I always thought that I belonged to Mercy. It's a beautiful campus, wonderful people. I feel peace when I come to Mercy.
Honestly, I think Mercy just had a special kind of aura to it.
I love the community. It's family, it's tight-knit, it's professors who are willing to help, it's understanding what your students are going through.
What I need from my college experience is very tailored to me and who I am, and I've been able to find that through the resources here at Mercy.
I always felt the support from my professors, my PAC mentor.
They gave me links to scholarships, applications. They gave me options that I couldn't see by myself.
I wanted to go to a school that would accept me and know my name.
We listen to our students. We are creative and flexible in finding new ways to help them achieve their goals.
In every way, my Mercy education and my experience has been transformational. That was our founding mission.
Of this university, which is now forever my home, I'm very proud and honored to say I am a Mercy Maverick.
And I'm a very proud Maverick today and will always be.
Today at Mercy, I am a very proud Maverick.
Being a Maverick to me means just being a person here at Mercy that does whatever they can to foster and build the community, make it safe, make it fun.
Feeling like a family, but also a family pushing you out into the world.
Because that's the whole point, right? You get your degree, you go on and work.
I'm super, super, super grateful for the connections that I've made here.
Mercy was one of the top schools in which I saw a good career path for myself.
Right now, given the challenges our nation faces, Mercy's approach to education is needed more than ever.
A lot of the students here are first gen, and I am as well, so being able to uplift one another, and you can see it in the atmosphere all over campus where everyone's a helping hand.
To help and become a better person for future generations, it gives me the motivation to just keep going and achieve my goals.
Mercy offers the opportunity and the pathway to prosperity and stability for those willing to invest in themselves and make the most of their experiences.
I got to meet all these amazing people. I've done all these great things. To say that I'm in college, I'm almost done, I'm almost at the finish line, it's something that words can't describe.
I would consider Mercy as my home because we all one and we all a team.
I love the feeling of community at Mercy, and I look forward to continuing to build that culture in the coming months and years.
Mercy's still going to be here for you even after you're graduating, so I think that's really important.
I'm not necessarily closing the chapter on Mercy. I think we're just moving along together.
So being a Maverick for me is being able to shape yourself, but also shaping yourself to be a better person for the future.
Welcome to the 90th commencement exercises of Mercy University for the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences. I am Dr. Kristen Curry-Greenwood, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs. Our program today includes distinguished student and guest speakers and the conferral of degrees on our graduates. Will you please rise for the national anthem? Please join Veronica Turon, class of 2025, graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Psychology from the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences, in joining and singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. For the enjoyment of all, we ask that the students and audience remain at your seats until the conclusion of the ceremony. It is now my distinct honor to introduce the 13th President of Mercy University, Dr. Susan L. Parrish. President Parrish.
Thank you, Provost Greenwood. Good afternoon. Are y'all asleep? What the heck is happening? Good afternoon, families, friends. There it is. I thought y'all hit your heads. Didn't know what happened. It is such a privilege to welcome you, families and friends who have joined us today, board members, my faculty and staff colleagues who are seated nearby, and most of all, good afternoon to the Mavericks who are graduating today. Woo! Before going further, I'd like to express my gratitude to the people who have served in the armed forces. Whether you are active duty military, a veteran, or a reservist, please stand. We can recognize you. We are all grateful for your service to our country and to freedom and democracy. What a beautiful day for a graduation. Yeah, I know it's raining, but who cares? You all are spectacular. With everything that is happening in the world and in our country, I can't help but think a lot of us have been holding our breath quite a bit, and today is a fitting day to exhale. So class of 2025, I'd like to spend a moment recognizing your people, the ones who got you here. And I don't just mean academically. I know that you've received amazing support from my faculty and staff colleagues. But families and friends, you made sacrifices so that these graduates could sit here. You made financial sacrifices, emotional sacrifices, everyday sacrifices, so that this could happen. Some of you sat up at night wondering if your sacrifice would be worth it. And they are. Look at the round. These are your students in cap and gown, and their graduation is your achievement too. So graduates, I'd like you to get up, turn around, find your people, and let's thank them. So graduates, this day is about you, but let's be humble. None of you would be here if it wasn't for the love and support of your families and your friends. So thank you for thanking them, and I want to thank each of them as well. This is a journey we're all on together. So class of 2025, when I think about your road to this moment, I can't help but admire your impeccable timing. You began college during a global pandemic. You embody perseverance and resilience. You navigated remote learning, you managed family responsibilities, you juggled jobs, and you endured months of financial aid uncertainty. You are here because you adapted and you strived and you kept going. No matter what obstacle was put in your way, you showed up. You showed up for yourself and you showed up for each other. You leaned into community, and you all found ways to support each other through the unknown. Feminist writer and civil rights activist Audre Lorde once wrote, "Without community, there is no liberation. But community must not mean a shedding of our differences, nor the pathetic pretense that these differences do not exist." Basically, she meant that real progress isn't about pretending things are fine. Instead, it's about working together, and especially through and across our differences. And that right there is the Mercy Way. This is who you are. You might think that I would focus on what lessons my wonderful Mercy faculty have instilled in you. But honestly, what matters just as much is what you have taught us. You've shown us what resilience looks like and what it means to lead and to build community in the 2020s. Graduates, your accomplishments while you have been students here at Mercy are staggering. You were student athletes, club leaders, community volunteers. You dove deeply into the complexity of human behavior, justice, and mental health. You conducted research, led community outreach, completed internships in government and nonprofit agencies, and you supported some of the most vulnerable members of our communities. You excelled at diplomatic negotiations and public speaking. You took full advantage of what Mercy offers, both inside and beyond the classroom. One of our graduates, a legal studies major, took her ambitions global, studying abroad in Tokyo, where she immersed herself in international business law and politics. She then brought that, give it up for her. She then brought that experience to the National Model UN Conference, where she played a key role in helping Mercy's team earn top honors on the world stage. Another graduate piloted and led Spanish language therapy groups that were focused on anxiety and grief, filling a critical need with empathy and skill. Her cultural insight and clinical excellence made such a profound impression that she was offered a full-time therapist position before she even graduated. Graduates, you have answered the call to lives of service. And as a proud social worker, I know there is nothing more important than the work we do serving families and communities with compassion and respect, but from a foundation of science. You are heading to Weill Cornell Medical Center, to Montefiore, to the Westchester County Department of Community Mental Health, to the New York State Office of the Attorney General, and the New Jersey Department of Children and Families. You are going into lives where you will matter. And I am personally grateful that you have chosen these lives of service. Everyone up here is so proud of you, proud of how hard you've worked to reach this moment, but also proud to know that you are going to matter in this world, to communities, to families, to children. And I thank you for the service to which you are committing yourselves. The world needs you, graduates, certainly needs you today, and we can't wait to see you set this world on fire. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Parrish. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Tilda Anderson, class of 2025, graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, who will offer the undergraduate student address on behalf of the school.
Good afternoon, faculty, family, friends, and fellow graduates. Standing here today, I think back to my first days in the U.S., fresh off the plane from Sweden. I was excited, overwhelmed, and completely unsure of what I had just signed up for. But before I continue, let's get one thing straight. Sweden and Switzerland are not the same thing. I get it, it's confusing. Switzerland has breathtaking mountains, chocolate, and money. And Sweden, on the other hand, we have IKEA, ABBA, and Avicii. So one gives you scenic views, and the other comes with a lot of pieces and an instruction manual, so choose wisely. Like many of you, I wondered if I truly belonged here, if I would ever feel at home in a new country. Then one day, I crossed the street like a true New Yorker without waiting for the walk light. Now that's definitely not something you do in Sweden, but here it's a sign that you're keeping up. And keeping up is important, whether it's adapting to the unspoken rules of a city or keeping up with deadlines and classes. And after all that hesitation, here we are, not because it was easy, but because we had people who believed in us. Mercy University gave us the space to grow and a community of support. We had professors who challenged us, friends who made the busiest days feel lighter, and family who, no matter where they were, never stopped cheering us on. So today, I'm grateful, not just for the degree we have earned, but for the journey and the people that got us here. For me, my parents have always been that steady presence. Through every challenge and every moment I questioned myself, I was reminded that I could be brave, strong, and never settle. My dad is here today, and my mom is watching. And my mom is watching from back home, and I just want to say thank you so much for everything. And to everyone here today, think about those who stood by you, whether that was family, mentors, or friends. Their support helped us get to this moment. And as we move forward, let's carry that with us, that we have what it takes, not because we have all the answers, but because we have learned to adapt, to grow, and to keep moving forward. Congratulations, class of 2025. We made it.
Thank you, Ms. Anderson. Congratulations. It is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Ann Holen, class of 2025, graduating with a Master of Science in Marriage and Family Therapy, who will offer the graduate student address.
Thank you so much, Provost Greenwood, and hello everyone on stage, in the audience, and at home. My name is Anne, and I've always loved stories and their power to teach us about different ways of being and relating. But it wasn't until I watched The Danger of a Single Story by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie that I began to understand stories not just as reflections of reality, but also as shapers of it. Chimamanda, who's one of my favorite writers, she reminds us that to create a single story is to show up people as one thing, as only one thing over and over again, that is what they become. And that power is the ability not just to tell the story of another person, but to make it the definitive story of that person. So, as I stand here today with the honor and power of representing the graduate students of the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences, I reflected on what connects us all. And I realized that whether we are therapists, sociologists, or paralegals, our work is about disrupting the single stories that society has placed on our clients. We invite complexity and nuance where there was once simplicity, dignity and autonomy where there is dismissal or marginalization. And that is the true essence of what the Marriage and Family Therapy program taught me. You know, deep stuff. And it all started with Dr. Evan Ember Black, who first welcomed me to this program. She introduced me to the spirit of family therapy, and her legacy has shaped and will continue to shape our field. And although she has since passed and cannot witness her last cohort graduate, I believe she would have been incredibly proud of us, of the clinicians we are becoming, and of the rituals we will carry forward in her honor, just like this one. I can genuinely say that becoming a therapist has been one of the most meaningful experiences of my life. That said, this journey wasn't always easy, so I'm very grateful that I had a community there to support me. To my amazing life partner, Andre, thank you for encouraging me to pursue my dreams and embracing them as your own. To my family and friends here in the audience and abroad, thank you for your unwavering love and support, and I wear my Angolan flag to represent my grandmother, who raised me and passed before I moved to this country, and all of my Angolan family who couldn't be here today. I also want to thank Dr. Saleh Hababa for your mentorship and for empowering me to find my voice. To Amos Wolf, my internship supervisor, and Andrea Blumenthal, my capstone mentor, thank you both for your kindness, knowledge, and steady reassurance. To the entire MFT faculty and all of my classmates, thank you for reminding me that I was never alone. Finally, I want to thank all of my clients, all of our clients, present and future. I promise to never take for granted the trust and power you place in me, and to fiercely resist being seduced into a single story of who you are. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Holden. President Parrish will now preside at the conferral of the honorary degree. Assisting is Mercy University trustees, Ms. Teresa Stagg and Ms. Patricia Blackmer.
President Parrish, it is my distinct privilege to present Dr. Damia Harris-Madden to receive an honorary degree.
Dr. Damia Harris-Madden, you are a visionary leader whose dedicated career has transformed the landscape of children and family services in New York State, creating pathways of opportunity for the state's most vulnerable populations. As Commissioner of the New York State Office of Children and Family Services, appointed by Governor Kathy Hochul in 2024, you now guide a $6 billion with a B, agency with the profound responsibility of protecting and nurturing the state's children, youth, and families. This appointment represents the culmination of more than 2 decades of exceptional public service and is a testament to your extraordinary leadership. Your progressive career path demonstrates an unwavering commitment to community advancement. During your 6 years as Executive Director of the Westchester County Youth Bureau, you pioneered innovative approaches to youth development, including the integration of mental health services within after-school settings and the creation of groundbreaking initiatives like the Youth MedTech Conference and Invest in Kids Fest. Earlier, your 14 years of service to the city of Mount Vernon, culminating as Executive Director of the Mount Vernon Youth Bureau, established you as a transformative force in expanding essential services for children and youth. Your expertise in grant writing, program evaluation, and organizational leadership enables you to maximize resources for underserved communities. Through your consulting business, you have further extended your impact by providing technical assistance to federal grantees and sharing your evaluation expertise with multiple organizations, including the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Mercy University takes particular pride in your accomplishments as a distinguished double alumna. The mastery of human resources management and business administration that you gained through your Mercy education has clearly informed your strategic approach to organizational leadership and policy development. Your dedication to lifelong learning, leading to your doctorate in education and executive leadership from St. John Fisher University, models the commitment to educational excellence that we seek to instill in all of our Mercy students. Throughout your career, you have demonstrated an extraordinary ability to align resources with community needs, to forge strategic partnerships across sectors, and implement innovative programs that address complex social challenges. Your work embodies the principle that every child deserves access to opportunities that foster their growth, development, and well-being. It is my privilege to say that by virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of New York and the Board of Trustees of Mercy University, I confer upon you, Dr. Damia Harris-Madden, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all rights and privileges thereto appertaining.
Good afternoon, graduates, families, faculty, and administration. It is a privilege to stand in this packed space to honor you and also to humbly accept the Doctor of Humane Letters. To the Board of Trustees, President Parrish, Provost Greenwood, Dean Seidel, and your selection committee, thank you. Thank you for affording me this opportunity to address the 400 brilliant scholars that are here today. That's all right. The scholars that are going to go on and actually be better prepared than me. Here's the first lesson. Meet a deadline so that you can have a teleprompter so that you cannot read pages. Okay? I'm jealous, but it's my fault. But that just goes to show I'm still growing and I'm still learning, even with a double doctorate. Thank you.
Graduates, today marks a moment of celebration, jubilation, not just for your individual achievements, but for the love and light that have carried you here. Through early morning cramming, pulsating migraines, late night reading, hair tangled up between your fingers, moments of doubt, and the triumphs of personal growth, you have made it. Your journey, however, was not alone. All along, you were surrounded by unwavering support, the love of your families, the energy in this room with these proud mamas and papas and grandmas and titis and everyone. You have been surrounded by friends, your faculty, your employers. Their belief in you became the spark that kept you armed with love, determination, and resilience. Michelle Obama reminds us in her book, The Light We Carry, that uncertainty is not a threat. It is an opportunity to grow. Chaos theory informs us that during tumultuous times, which you all have lived through, it was said before, the onset of COVID, this shifting and scary national landscape, that even unpredictable environments can lead to change. I stand before you as a young lady who grew up in the city of Mount Vernon, but today I am the proud commissioner of the New York State Office of Children and Family Services. I have the distinct privilege of leading, as said before, a $6+ billion agency with 3,000 employees and brilliant individuals who are immersed in all disciplines, just like you have been: behavioral scientists, statisticians, social workers, psychologists, finance experts, lawyers, many lawyers, policymakers, and more. We serve everyone from twinkle to wrinkle, the tiniest, the youngest human being, through our child care services, the 18,000 licenses we must monitor and manage, to the most vulnerable populations, including children and families within the foster care, adoptive, and juvenile justice systems, to rehabilitation services for New Yorkers and adult protective services for the elder. Everyone falls under the Office of Children and Family Services. But it is a calling, and I am incredibly fortunate to have been selected by the Honorable Governor Kathy Hochul, a powerhouse, a woman who, we won't get into politics, but I will say is fighting every day for New Yorkers. She's a real-life superhero in my sight, but so are all of you. And today, I'm here to show my support to you because you are the eventual leaders. Your graduation from the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences emphasizes your commitment to the improvement of societal systems for children and families, the same commitment I made 20 years ago. I know I still look 25, but it was a little longer. So as servant leaders, we know better than anything, life's path is far from linear. And I'm going to just take you on a really quick journey because I'm sure some of you have had setbacks. I'm certain some of you have had challenges and moments that have tested your resolve. But throughout it all, you have three guiding forces: love, self-determination, and resilience. Again, I didn't have a linear path, but I thought I had my life mapped out. It was simple. I knew I was going to go to Howard University. I was going to pledge my sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I was also going to become an attorney, go to Georgetown. After I left Howard, I was going to be immersed in the urban culture. I was going to hear hip hop from the parking lots. I was going to have McDonald's across the street. I was going to have it all until, with my bags packed right after high school graduation, I'm ready to go to DC, people. I was told it was not possible. My mother sat me down and said, "We don't have the money." I just thought I was going to miraculously show up and it was going to be taken care of. But I could not afford to go to the college of my choice. Yet, despite the devastation, my dreams were not left to fester in the sun. Rather, they were meant to be realized under many, many feet of snow and underground tunnels at SUNY Albany, a place where I was accepted 2 days before the fall semester began. I will never forget the warp speed of a counselor who wasn't even my own, who got me into Albany. It was love from a stranger that changed my trajectory, and divine intervention that ordered my steps to Albany, where I thrived despite the annoying snow in June. It was love. You see, love is not just an emotion. It is a foundation to our development. It fosters human connection, trust, resilience, and more. There are people like Mr. Batacola, who was that counselor, that are additives to your life. The social networks that you created here at Mercy will serve you well. The next element is self-determination, right? We all have it. You wouldn't be here today without it, because it's that voice inside your head that says, I will keep going. That my dreams are within reach. And that my purpose is not dictated by my current circumstance. Can I get another nod? It's not dictated by the current circumstance. And it's funny because how I landed here in Mercy was just by happenstance. I was driving a friend. Once I graduated and went on into the private sector, I drove a friend here for a college fair, to which the persistent Mercy staff was able to convince me to sign up for the Master of Science Human Resource Management program. I was very stubborn. I thought I was going to law school, but it was something that attracted me to Mercy. I felt welcomed from the start. My coursework here complemented my new career in human resource management. I learned the intersectionality between human behavior, business management, government, and the law. I completed all my coursework and got A's, but guess what? I became pregnant. I could not finish my thesis on time. Life is interesting. And I gave birth to my beautiful daughter, who just completed her first year at Spelman College, who's here today. But if it were not for the family that loved me and the faculty of Mercy College, I would never have achieved my master's. I mean, I was sitting there with an infant in my hand. Don't tell anybody, because it was probably not the best or safest situation, but I had my fingers on the keyboard and the baby on my side or on the breast and trying to type to get that thesis done, and it got done. I made sure I got in my car and dropped off pages to my advisor, God bless him, Norm Foy, who stood with me, pushed me. That's what Mercy alum do. That's what Mavericks do. We are resilient. We will get it done. I went on to work for the city of Mount Vernon, a city that gave so much to me. And I worked through 4 mayoral cabinets. I later was then recruited by our past county executive, George Latimer, who's in DC now. But each job left me feeling this ambivalence, dichotomy of feeling bereft and exhausted, but also energized by the intrinsic reward and light that I knew I was giving to the communities. It allowed me to create opportunities just like you all will for those in need. All of this took resilience, the third pillar I mentioned. However, once COVID hit, I truly understood what resilience looked like. In the midst of the chaos, me trying to set up emergency centers, food pantries, helping pop up learning centers so children of supermarket workers and emergency responders could go to work, I lost the foundational men in my life. my brother Carlos, who was half of my heart, my father, and later my stepfather. So I prayed some more. But there's an African proverb that says, when you pray, move your feet. When you pray, is that Sandman coming to get me? Or fire? When you pray, move your feet. And I guess we gotta move our feet? No? All right. I planned that, y'all. I planned that. It happened right when I said pray and move your feet, pray and move your feet. I planned that. That's what that is. So again, I prayed through my situation and through my grief. I don't know why I decided to come back to school. So I came back to Mercy, the place where I knew opened its arms, the place that I knew loves our minority students, loves our students from Switzerland, loves our people who are here in Westchester and abroad. I came back to Mercy for the ultimate challenge, where I cried every day through quants. And I pursued that MBA despite the doctorate I had. I pursued the doctorate and I was triumphant there. So with some stops and starts, it was the grace that allowed me to be successful and complete my education. So you see, resilience is our ability to rise even when the path is unclear. Maya Angelou told us, we may encounter many defeats, but we will not be defeated. I will always credit Mercy for being instrumental in my life, and I'm sure that each of you have a reflection point during your journey that led to your resolve and resilience that kept you going. So today marks more than the end of your academic journey. It is the beginning of a life of intention, fulfillment, and lasting impact. At times when our world yearns for compassion, equity, and togetherness, your choice to pursue a humanitarian calling is courageous, it is bold, it is necessary. You have chosen to heal. You have chosen to redefine and strengthen concepts of health and wellness, to uplift, navigate, encourage, and support others. Whether you're a psychologist, social worker, you're pursuing counseling, research, education, you hold the tools to empower those in need. We lend our light to those who struggle with mental health, injustice, trauma, and uncertainty. We listen to hear. We learn and we lead with empathy, because that, my friends, is when we extend our light. We spark transformation in the lives we touch. This is humanity in action. Ella Baker, the great civil and human rights activist, once said, "Give light and people will find a way." Whichever path you choose, and I hope you apply to OCFS, by the way. We have some jobs. But really, whatever path you choose, your community and future generations will appreciate it. So graduates, I've stood between you and the degree in your hand. So I'm gonna end by saying I am super excited. I'm fired up as you are. I'm teary-eyed just like your parents are, because I am so sure that you will go on. You will boldly move forward, carrying the love that has sustained you, the self-determination that drives you, and the resilience that strengthens you. Shine your light, not just for yourselves, but those who are most need. The world is waiting for you, and you are ready. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Harrods, Madam. Congratulations again. And now, graduates of the class of 2025, it's your turn.
Thank you, Dr. Greenwood. It is my pleasure to invite the candidates for graduate degrees from the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences Congratulations, graduates, graduate students.
Okay, we're going to just hold for just for 1 second. We have a public service announcement requesting, please, that nobody smokes in the building. That's what set off the alarm, especially in the bathrooms. Thank you. Okay. President Parrish, I have the distinct pleasure and privilege to present those students who have been certified by the registrar and our faculty colleagues as having completed all the requirements established by the state of New York for the following degrees: Master of Public Administration, Master of Science, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Social Work.
Eslani M. Colon Lopez. Jessica Cabrera Gujnai, with distinction. Denise Monch Romero, with distinction. Victoria Shafransky, with distinction. Liam Heine, with distinction. Elsa Costa, with distinction. Jacqueline Dringa. Authori Makitra, with distinction. Sabrina Mirage. Andrea Lucia Williams. Tiana Michelle Miller. Nyla Lydia Walsh. Luisania F. Sosa. Carlene Jam. Anna K. Wilson, with distinction. Karen Marie Terralong. Emily Hansen Di Tola. Lorena Reynoso, with distinction. And Claudia Granato Holland. Anna K. Dick. Taja Aliyah Arnold. Esther Doris. Courtney Mary Clifford. Liz Mary Betances. Rebecca Patricia Mary Goldie. Sheila J. Martin, with distinction.
Rodolfo Colva.
Connor Joseph McEvoy, with distinction. Anthony Dushai, with distinction. Andrea Rosendo. Evelyn Kaminsky, with distinction. Marina Fraga, with distinction. Maria Luz Palma, with distinction. Darsprit Kaur, with distinction. Maciel Alejandra Gonzalez. Samantha Jagrew, with distinction. Juliana Laurenzano, with distinction. Kate Flanagan, with distinction. Kelsey E. Tiffany, with distinction. Jarlin Monsian, with distinction. Telesa Damra. Jace Kasim Horsford. Kenza El Amrani. Chloe Del Frade Steele, with distinction. J. Christine Hollowman. Alexis Parker Powell, with distinction. Bibi Sharina Baksh. Genesis Almanzar, with distinction. Nicholas Alba, with distinction. Gabriela Marie Celeste Bird, with distinction. Julia Rose Talamini, with distinction. Alisa Rita Giordano, with distinction. Maria Catherine Norris, with distinction. Jessica Linda Knight, with distinction. Giovanni S. Gavidan, with distinction. Sean Premal Biro, with distinction. Julio Aristi Javier. Tiffany Cheatham. Chandani Elizabeth Puente, with distinction. Vanessa Lee Tejada, with distinction. Seema Sonny Lal, with distinction. Jakema Gauthier. Lakeisha Bray. Rosa Samantha Campos Gonzalez, with distinction. Samantha C. Arlequin. Yarisa G. Fadardo, with distinction. Chantel C. Higgins, with distinction. Kiana Cunningham, with distinction. Runa Bagul, with distinction. Kathleen M. Baez, with distinction. Camille Andrea Folks, with distinction. Natalie Gonzalez,
with distinction.
Yolanda Reyes. Julia Pomerleau, with distinction. Jonathan Reyes. Glassmary Paulino. Janithia Whitney Kinlaw, with distinction. Jennifer Marie Roman, with distinction. Teshiba R. Young. Sheila Calzado. Denasia L. Wilson. Nakama Isha Conte. Maria Sal Paladines Jaramillo, with distinction. Glenn Roy Riddick. Yahira Abreu, with distinction. Jailene M. Carrasco Moran, with distinction. Judelmi Blanco, with distinction. Esperanza Michelle Castellan. Angela Mondragon Sanabria. Rachel Jacqueline Eccles, with distinction. Annalise Massimo, with distinction. China Howe, with distinction. Sandra Gutierrez Wood, with distinction. Rebecca Henry. Shifan Shior Bowie. Nirvani Avina Ramnath, with distinction. Ariana Lopez Hillegas, with distinction. Tanisha Audie Ann Lautre. Javelis Baez. Andrina Ruth Marino, with distinction. Dana Taylor Weingarten, with distinction. Erin N. Shimborske. Nicole Marilyn Cotton, with distinction. Hillary Dorejo, with distinction. Anyika Hudson. Colleen Rexty, with distinction. Sheila R. Hooper. Keisha Nicole Clark. Linda M. James. Natalia Barrios. Edward Michael Montemuro. Alexander Jacob Kennedy, with distinction. Alessandra M. Fanelli, with distinction. Brittany Knox, with distinction.
Alrighty. It is my further pleasure to recognize the candidates for undergraduate degrees from the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences. Congratulations, graduates.
Sahisha Gonzalez. Penelope Isabel Valdez Valera. Dania Martinez Solis, magna cum laude. Rashmi Apu. Adriana Zapata, magna cum laude. Brianna Lopez. Esther Ajubi. Angela Diaz, summa cum laude. Lourdes Osmari Guzman. Ezeogeni Isabella Grace Ogaga. Khalil Aaron Washington, magna cum laude. Nicole Lee, magna cum laude. Kirsten Alexandria Johnson. Hannah Reyes, cum laude. Jocelyn Maricel Colque. Priscilla Dominguez. Victoria Sandville, summa cum laude. Veronica Esther Turo. Ashanti Mercedes, cum laude. Kaylee Piedad Gutierrez, magna cum laude. Kaylee Lisette Otero. Elise T. Jackson, magna cum laude. Desney Rodriguez, magna cum laude. Maya Castro, cum laude. Pasquale Patrick James Wynn. Adam Yasser Abolazam. Deandra Thomas. Julia Ann Leahy, cum laude. Tilda Ida Henrica Anderson, summa cum laude. Ana Martina Granquist, summa cum laude. Marta Carolina Feeling, magna cum laude. Adriana Isabel Alonso. Diana Barzi. Kayla Alexandria White, cum laude. Kylie S. Pula.
Natalie Flores.
Courtney Nicole Perez. Carmen Castillo. Ashley Ann Caposoli. Catherine Moncada, summa cum laude. Addison Hazel Brandemar, summa cum laude. Madeline Alice Lula, cum laude. Jada Destiny Serrano. Glad Marie Diamond Lugo. Jada Lee Iris Nieves, cum laude. Danasha Camelia Delerme. Adeline Eugene. Marquisha Ruth, Jean-Philippe. Juletzi Reyes Martinez, magna cum laude. Jocelyn Rabadi. Ariana Maria Esposito. Mara Jade Gonzalez. Arti Balia, summa cum laude. Jacqueline Samantha Rosales.
William Noel Maisonnet.
Amaris A. Ramos. Alyssa Daisy Santana, summa cum laude. Hannah Khan, summa cum laude. Lizette Ortiz, magna cum laude. Sasha Lee Anna K. Griffiths. Selena Nikisha Wildman. Joseph Paul Jamele, summa cum laude. Grismary Goodwin, cum laude. Julianne Christine Romero, magna cum laude.
Genesis Baez Guzman, cum laude.
Maria Rappi. Evelyn M. Morales, cum laude. Allison Marie Ulbricht. Skylar Faith Oquendo. Nicoletta Arieta, magna cum laude. Erica Elizabeth Chimbo Sasaguay. Ashley Rose San Martin. Yasmin Yusuf. Dionysius Ayala, magna cum laude. Alyssa Jessica Broadhurst, cum laude. Viviana Graciela Diaz, summa cum laude. Diana Stephanie Tigre Morocho, magna cum laude. Brenda Esperanza Sagastume, magna cum laude. Kayla Juliana Correa, summa cum laude. Angelica Cristina Flores. Gabriela Danielle Hernandez. Vanessa Crystalee Erica Richards, summa cum laude. LaShanti Infinity Campbell. Ariana Santana. Skylar Stewart. Melia Gonzalez. Donna Gabriela Molina Cotto, summa cum laude. Zainab K. Guy Balde, summa cum laude. Sainabu Mane. Jamie Paez. Bianca Erica Ellington. Alessandra Papel, cum laude. Marcia Wilson Humphrey, summa cum laude. Christopher John McBride. Salma Yaspa, summa cum laude. Heraldo Alessio Escobar, summa cum laude. Travis Michael Karate, magna cum laude. Joseph W. D'Souza. Shelby Ediamis Darbuz. Brennan Joseph Walker. Shania Estefany Flores, cum laude. Albert J. Nieves. Brandon Antonio Rodriguez Lord, magna cum laude. Tasnia Kaiser. Eliza Jeanette Rivera. Aru Javed, magna cum laude. Dynasty Olivero. Edwin Fernando Janai. Kevin Quinde. Luigi Gonzalez. Gerald C. Velasquez, summa cum laude. Nacy D. Palacios. Faith Sansone. Janiris Grullon, cum laude. Candace Dominique Kershaw. Joshua A. Bedward. Lindell A. Matos. Daisy Feliciano. Jenny Lee Calaf. Ayana E. Keotui. Derek Mason Peltz, magna cum laude. Dai Xuan Lin, magna cum laude. Melissa Rivera, cum laude. J.D. Nicole Mejia. Richard J. Gonzalez. Luisa Rodriguez Upia, summa cum laude. Pedro Joan Alvarado Rosario, magna cum laude. Alexis G. Etheridge, summa cum laude. Denise Yoani Tejeda. Anthony Andrew Rosario. Naomi Natalie Anderson, summa cum laude. Bushra Khan, summa cum laude. Somia Mary Verghese, cum laude. Sarah R. Bayan, summa cum laude. Morris Douglas, summa cum laude. Joan Viola Griffith. Bernice Britos. Genesis Amelia Suero. Kimberly A. Childs, summa cum laude. Soreni Sophia Tapia, magna cum laude. Kathleen Suniva Eidsvard. Alexia Sajay Rodney. Angelina Ulysses Rosario. Nilda J. Pagan. Annalie Emalinda Valle. James P. Thompson, summa cum laude. Kyla Cheyenne Carter. Paulina Coit, cum laude. Brianna Mendez, magna cum laude. Taeja Renee Melkia Bellamy, cum laude. Monique A. Fernandez. Rajdai Dabadeen, magna cum laude. Kira Alexandria Vines. Megan Marie Ronquillo. Gabriel Marcel de Pascal, magna cum laude. Jasmine Valencia, magna cum laude. Jennifer Brambilla,
Summa cum laude.
Elizabeth Ruiz. Rokia Khan, cum laude. Hamwantia Harpal, cum laude. Alba Ariana Mantella. Elissa M. Roldan. Samantha Perez, cum laude. Yara Perez, cum laude. Litzy Gutierrez. Semu Diop Lau. Yesenia Flores, summa cum laude. Taylor Lynn Day, summa cum laude. Stephanie Cabrera. Olga Iris Mojica. Miles Julian Altagracia. Aitza Paula Cruz Silva, summa cum laude. Johannes Hanken Chiostai, summa cum laude. Lenny Maciel Velasquez, cum laude. Alexander Souza, magna cum laude. James Edward Kerrigan. Aileen Yesenia Lopez Garcia. Arlene Godin. Elizabeth Valerio. Brianna Faith Moody. Daishanai Shalaya Williams. Caitlin Marie Russo, summa cum laude. Matthew Petitclerc. Alanis Marie Naraki, summa cum laude. Madison Page Scannell, summa cum laude. Dunia Mohamed Al-Badahi. Ayat Abdul Kader. Sandra Hatham El-Jizuli, summa cum laude. Abia Castro, cum laude. Ajane Curtis, cum laude. Skylin Maria Saldana.
Carlos Manuel Gomez Garcia.
Justin Kareem Salvador Brown. Rome Alexander Melendez. Brianna Nicole Miranda. Patsy Morocho. Kiara Hill, magna cum laude. Anali Belliard, cum laude. Gabrielle Lopez. Emily McKenna Brown, magna cum laude. Amaya Saray Washington, summa cum laude. Kayla Nicole Camacho, magna cum laude. Shirley Liriano. Kayla Maria Jimenez, summa cum laude. Marcos Perez. Isabella Besselino. Isaac N. Samuels. Josue Kelvin Silva. Jeremiah Nicholas Blanchet. Latava Van Gessel. Moesha Tashana Whitaker. Akasha Sheila Thompson. Samira Musa Makama. Keisha Sukul, cum laude. Logan R. Holly. Shaq Nuhu Jai. Daisy Cruz.
Magna cum laude.
Crystal Warburton Monroe, cum laude. Zaria Theodore, cum laude. Anthony Slater, magna cum laude. Lisbeth Torres, summa cum laude. Melissa Maria Ledesma, summa cum laude. Selena Marie Penso, summa cum laude. Kayla Julissa Medina, summa cum laude. Skyla Susan Williams, summa cum laude. Jennifer Vanessa Chavla Morquecho, summa cum laude. Takesha K. Eborn. Priscilla Calzada, summa cum laude. Sandra J. White. Isatu Drame, magna cum laude. Johanny Elizabeth Geronimo. Caroline G. Martinez, magna cum laude. Tierra Brianna Breland. Claudia M. Sosa. Melanie Martinez. Catherine Acevedo Sanchez, summa cum laude. Nicole Ashley Lopez, cum laude. Nayeli Marie Concepcion. Jean Ann Himmelstein, cum laude. Caitlin Celeste Santiago, magna cum laude.
Dwayne Anthony Waite Jr.
Yasmin Valerie Lacerna Rivera. Yarabel Barcasel. Tiffany Sosa. Macaulay Sinclair Tompkins. Chandler Small, summa cum laude. Sarah Rose Lucier, summa cum laude. Jay Tavares. Nema Karen. Nadine Aida Lujan, magna cum laude. Jamie Adorno. Angela Rosemary Ciliazar. Maritza Ceja Vega. Guadalupe Baeza. Raisa Nahara Zorila Aquino. Gwendolyn Sanchez. Gina de la Cruz. Adiana de la Cruz. Angela Nicole Colonna, summa cum laude. Leanne Perez Tapia. April Marie Brown, cum laude. Brenda Guadalupe, Moran Carrasco. Chelsea P. Leroy. Jalen Lee Perez, magna cum laude. Destiny Zuluaga. Jillian Marie Barbero, summa cum laude. Emily Ann Catalano, magna cum laude. Ashley Marielle Baez. Patrice Wiley, summa cum laude. Cheyenne Brianna Luke. Deborah E. Acapana Cavero. Megan E. McMahon, magna cum laude. Elvis Capelan. Jacqueline Clappa Mallory. Cassandra Loretti. Paola Juliana Cruz Pablo. Natalia Tello, summa cum laude. Cynthia Lopez. Athena Marie Paris. Karina Sky Barth, summa cum laude. Leah Patricia Hansen, magna cum laude. Tatiana Faith Moran. David Lugo, cum laude. Amy Jamilet Romero Giron. Maria Victoria Hurtado. Eliana Louise Butts, summa cum laude. Suzanne Marie Volpato, summa cum laude. Gretchen Hoffman, summa cum laude. Stephen J. Barefoot. Nicole Marguerite Rintelman, magna cum laude. Taria Spencer. Alima Atanda, magna cum laude.
A few graduates who are just coming across, so we're going to take a minute. We want to give everybody their turn. Aren't they spectacular? Congratulations, graduates. What a moment. All right. So congratulations to all of our graduates from the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences. Graduates, it's your turn now. Let's stand up. And now we have the very, very serious formal part. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of New York and Mercy University's Board of Trustees, I formally confer the appropriate degree upon all graduates who have successfully completed their course of study. Graduates, turn your tassels. Graduates, we are so Congratulations, stay in touch, thank your families. I'll say it again, thank your families, thank you families. Congratulations. Provost, over to you.
Thank you, President Parrish. Please remain in place until the recessional of the platform party is complete. Due to inclement weather, our graduates will greet their guests here in the auditorium. Congratulations, members of the class of 2025, and best wishes for an enjoyable summer and a rewarding future. This concludes the 90th commencement exercises of Mercy University.